All right. Everyone can hear me? Perfect. So, welcome to United Astronomy Clubs of New Jersey. We are once again back in Jenny Jump State Park in Hope, New Jersey, uh, with a special guest, AstroCanuck, who streams astronomy and astrophotography on Twitch. So, while I think I see a couple people still going to make their way down for our talk tonight, a few things. Do check out our website, uacnj.org. That's where you're going to find a list of all our member clubs, our upcoming talks and events, and a whole bunch of science that we do here and what we're all about, which is bringing astronomy and the love of stars and stargazing to as many people as we can possibly. Next, you can also check us out on our social media pages. That's our Facebook, our Instagram. We have a Discord server. Always pop in and ask those questions. Share your astrophotography. We love to see those. We are also live streaming this on Twitch and YouTube. Best way to support us, hit those like and subscribe buttons. That's a completely free option. In addition, we just recently got Twitch affiliate, which means you now can subscribe and also do tips and donations through Twitch. And as part of a deal to get our current speaker down tonight, I said, hey, if you come down and do a talk, I will have some spicy hot sauce with you. I don't do hot and spicy. So and then it has since devolved into a planetary hot sauce challenge, but more on that in a bit. For everyone who is here, you may be wondering, what happens if I need to use the bathroom? That is the porta potty in the back, and it is lit by a red light. After stream, I will also be in the museum area with the little gift shop, and after stream we also have, I think we have an observatory open over there. I can't exactly see. I don't have my distance glasses on. So, couple changes. Instead of doing our question and answer at the end, Tom is used to dealing with questions during all throughout and dealing with online chat. So I'm gonna put this mic kind of out there, so you can come up and ask questions as they occur to you. So, first of all, I want to thank Tom here, AstroCanuck, for coming and joining us today. He shares his images of outer space live and in color. And when the clouds roll in and he's not chatting about astronomy and astrophotography, he also does some Lego streams. So do check him out. Do hit those and follow buttons on Twitch for him as well. So how the hot sauce challenge is going to work is, as we hit our goals, we're going to be I'm going to be consuming some hot and spicy challenge. The goal of getting him down to speak was Saturn, which is a peach Vidalia onion at 500 Scoville units. We've already hit 2 goals because people have been very generous. Our $50 goal, which was Mars and a kiwi jalapeno at 700 Scoville units, and our $100 goal of Earth with mango habanero at 2,500 Scoville units. Next, we have a $150 goal with Mercury at Chipotle, which is 3,000. $200 goal, Venus, Louisiana style. $250 goal, which is the sun. Not looking forward to anything past here. Original hot sauce at 8,500 Scoville units. And as we get closer to them, we'll go over more. I also have the paper up here. So first things first, I guess I get to reap the rewards. He's enjoying this because I've been torturing him on stream. Do you want to talk and tell him how we torture you on stream? No. Blue light?
Blue light? Blue light. There we go. Good evening. How are we doing? So, my name is Tom. I go by AstroCanuck on Twitch. And what a little bit of an aside is I've incorporated a lot of hot peppers and spicy food into my live streams. And Kim, also Ariana Celestine on Twitch, has been very, very kind of making me sweat and hiccup and have all sorts of wonderful pain from eating spicy food. So this is kind of one of those things where now she gets to enjoy the spicy food.
I've tried to show it to online chat that I'm actually applying the hot sauce.
The proof in the, I'd say proof in the pudding.
There's no drop for top. I forgot.
It's all in there. So what I usually do on stream is I do talk about astronomy, astrophotography, and also what we'll do for fun is we'll build some Lego sets as well. But how you doing? Oh, you're having a blast. It only gets better.
Oh. It burns.
So what I do like to do is what I hear for today is also talking about content creation and what we do as what I do as a science communicator and what others will do on Twitch and to an extent YouTube and some other live streaming platforms is just how we can reach out to people beyond, which we're great when we have people coming out to live events. But there's going to be the chances for sharing events across the world, around the world, because specific things like a total solar eclipse or any sort of eclipse is only going to be visible from a very small portion. And what I will try to do is go on the road and be able to share that with everybody. So you are the one that is suffering with the spice. You're fine over there. We're over here for everybody right now. You're the entertainment for all the spice happening over there. So like Kim was saying, it's a little bit of a dynamic event because I'm so used to doing the presentation on Twitch and having just any live conversation happening. So if there's any kind of questions that pop up, feel free to interrupt, feel free to ask. It's very easy going and very easy flowing. I want to feel bad, but I don't. Which one was that? Was that the second one?
That was the second one.
Oh, wow, they only get better from here. Oh, this is great. So anyway, a lot of stuff that we do on Twitch is for astronomy. I started doing this, and we'll kind of flip through some slides as we go, but I started back in the United Kingdom, back in during the height of the pandemic. So what I started doing was, I gotta wait for this. Hang on. You're good. Ain't gonna help you right now.
I have now caught us up on our hot goals.
See, here she's all caught up right now.
Yay.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Say no more.
That's mean. It's only gonna get worse. Or better for you, I guess.
We shall see. All right, it has been ages since I have done a PowerPoint presentation. So make sure she does not touch her face. Don't touch anything. Don't touch any of your face. Don't touch any mucous membranes. Do not pick your nose, and you'll be fine.
You say that.
But I appreciate everybody coming on out tonight. I know it's a little chilly. It feels really chilly for April. Anyway, but so like I said, what I like to do here is what I like to do on Twitch is do live streams. I will take images of outer space. I got a bunch of telescopes in my backyard, and a quick little bit about myself. Like I said before, my name is Tom. By day, I'm a graphic designer. I'm an astrophotographer when the clouds go away. science communicator on Twitch, and I will build Lego when weather is unfavorable. So I've been doing graphic design for, gosh, a long time, really long time, and I've always wanted to try to find different avenues, what I could do in order to expand the horizons, expand what I can do with my creativity, and the opportunity kind of came up with Twitch and content creation, where a lot of people might know Twitch for playing video games, where it's just people sitting in front of their other computer, in front of their PlayStation, playing video games. But a lot more people have kind of got into Twitch and have been doing the. I'm not even on camera. I usually don't walk around either. Most of the time I'm sat in my office. But what a lot of people do on Twitch is there are other science communicators. There are people who do dinosaur paleontology. People will talk about ants and their biology. People will talk about volcanoes. We have other astrobiologists, some former NASA engineers that will do live streaming on Twitch. So I am a small little cog in the mighty science communication that has been growing on Twitch, and it's just one of those things where I didn't know how things were going to go. I was stuck in my house in England during the height of the pandemic, and at one point I was listening to a bunch of podcasts, and one of them was talking about somebody who was doing a similar thing. Had his telescope in his backyard, and he was doing astronomy. Sat back there out in the cold. So I started sitting out in the cold. I thought it was a good idea. How could I get my telescope connected to my computer? And there are many different ways I tried. I tried putting a couple different cameras on the eyepiece, and that didn't turn out as well as I thought it was going to. It was very difficult to see. It didn't translate well into the live stream. So other devices started to become available, so I could actually connect my telescope to my camera, to my laptop, and was able to share images of outer space. So the question that kind of gets that comes up a lot is, where did I get started? Match that mark there. It's fine. And it really goes back to when I was a kid, and my grandmother had a subscription to National Geographic, and always seeing the images of outer space, I thought it was really, really cool. And was that what space? Don't touch your eyes. She touched her eyes. She broke the rules. So my grandmother had a subscription to National Geographic magazine. We'd see images from the Hubble Space Telescope, and it was awesome. I really didn't question so much about it. I just enjoyed the fancy pictures. And fast forward a little while, and realizing that there was more that could be done with astronomy. And holy potatoes. See, this is also working exactly like a Twitch stream. Sometimes people will join in. Sometimes people get in there early, and people kind of start filtering through. This is great. I love it. Always keeping things dynamic. So doing live streaming on Twitch, it was a far off idea when I first kind of got into. Am I being locked in even farther now? Well, these things happen. You can't control it. So also, I'm pretty sure I'm in front of everything over here. Anyway. Yeah. Well. But all right, gather round. Gather round, gather round, gather round. So this also happens very frequently when I'm doing live streaming, is that sometimes you get some new people joining in. So for those of you who are new to the talk, my name is Tom. I am the AstroCanuck. I do live streaming on Twitch. I will share live astrophotography. I got a few big telescopes in my backyard in southern Ontario, and I have a boatload of light pollution. So other things that we like to do on stream is talk about how we can overcome light pollution, how people can enjoy the night sky in many different ways. And it could be from somebody just getting a pair of binoculars, somebody wants to go like full bore and get like a massive telescope setup where you're spending all of your savings. Kids aren't going to university. You have 3 less kidneys in the deep freezer to sell, so you can just get the biggest telescope that you can get. And everybody's budget is always going to be different, and people always ask, what's going to be the best telescope? There isn't always that right answer for what is going to be the best telescope. Short answer, with no answer, is the one you're going to use the most. So whether you're going to be doing visual astronomy, whether you're going to be doing astrophotography, whether you want to do a combination of both, there's always going to be some different solutions that you're going to have, and that's what kind of we try to talk about most on the platform. So, people are going to come up with all types of different questions, all levels of experience, and what we also get is even the community themselves will kind of take over for some of the answers, because I know some bits and people know other bits, and that's why we get together in a chat room on Twitch. We'll talk more about what it is that we all do and all these different experiences to share. So this all really stems back to my grandmother having a subscription to National Geographic, which eventually led me to buy a telescope. Or 4. So, and that's just even then, that's changed a little bit as well. We've added a couple more telescopes into the mix, and that is also due to the generosity from the community. And that's the other side of Twitch is a totally free platform to join in on. But when you hit certain viewership, you are allowed to be an affiliate. You can start to bring in some funds, and you can accept tips. Over on UACNJ and help Ariana Kim eat more hot sauce. Over at UACNJ, twitch.tv. More hot sauce.
This is also a good point to say, if any of you guys out there have questions, just raise your hand and kind of wave it around, because in the dark, I'm kind of T-Rex and motion-based. I can kind of see you all as shadowy figures, which is why we have the light when I'm eating hot sauce today. This is a one-time only special offer. So, yay.
So yes, like she said, for the same thing with Twitch, I have a live chat that is happening all the time. So I will have the rough idea of what I want to do. Talk about this, but things can always go in so many different directions because it's a community that we're building, and we just like to kind of talk about how your day went. What did you have for dinner? What do you got coming up? What's a new event that's happening? Space news. We'll talk about space news as well on stream because I can't find every little bit of news. I'll find stuff that's kind of I think is interesting, but everybody's going to have different interests with other areas of astrophysics or astrobiology, or maybe they'll watch rocket launches. So they kind of have some information that comes in on the stream, and we'll go off on those tangents, explore different topics for astronomy. And when things work out for timings, we will watch rocket launches as well. And most of the time, it is a lot of the SpaceX launches where we're seeing the Falcon 9s sending the Starlinks up into orbit. When I do some live streams on the road, I will primarily use a Starlink satellite so I can get internet pretty much anywhere I go, especially if I go into some remote areas. So watching Starlink grow, there's so many different people who do like the astrophotography, myself included. We kind of get mad at Elon for all the Starlinks that are going across the sky and ruining our images. But at the same time, it's adding internet for more people. It's adding a way for me to go to different areas and do a live stream. It allows me to go into kind of the middle of Texas and share an eclipse. This was back in October. We'll talk a little bit more about that for what was the whole October trip, but primarily it was to get out there for the annular solar eclipse, and that was my very first eclipse that I ever saw.
Chat requests you move to your right. Your right. Scoot, 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 scoot. There. Now our audience can see your PowerPoint and they can see you.
Okay. All right. I didn't know about that over there. Now I'm blocking you over here. That's fine. I'll put the PowerPoint up later on Discord. Well. So when I started getting my own telescope, this followed going to a star party out in England. I used to live in England for about 10 years, and this is when I started astronomy. That's when I started astrophotography. England is known for like two things: tea and clouds. The clouds don't mix too well for astronomy. And yet somehow I figured I'll persevere and I'll start doing astrophotography in England. And it actually worked out surprisingly better than I thought. The area I was in was a little lower light pollution. It wasn't quite like a big city, so it was enough that I could kind of look out and see a few more stars than usual. So that's where I started taking images. The first star party I went to, I just took my mobile phone, held it up to the eyepiece, took a picture of the moon, and I figured, this is awesome. I want more people to see this. I want people to see what my eyeballs, what my meat cameras were able to see. So let's hold the phone up to the eyepiece, take a picture. How can I get more pictures like this? I didn't know that you could hook cameras up to your telescope. For the longest time it was, this is stuff that is relegated to the Hubble Space Telescope. This is for big observatories. It never clicked to me that I could take my DSLR or even clip my mobile phone up to the eyepiece and take a picture. So I wanted to be able to share more pictures of outer space. And that's where that's where a lot of the stuff really started. I was sharing like the final images. I would take the pictures, I would do all the processing, I'd post them up on Instagram and put a little blurb, put a little story about it, and that was kind of it. I wanted to go deeper. I wanted to show you how the space sausage was made. So on Twitch, what I would do on the live stream is we would take the pictures, they would come in, and we would gather them all up and start doing some image processing later on. So we would do image, like just acquire the images on Twitch. Sometimes I would just take long exposures and test out the equipment and see how long it would how well it would work. But we'd also do image processing. So I'd talk about that side of astrophotography, and it was people want some space sausage now. So that's what we aim to do, is to show you the process. How do we get from picking a target, taking an image, and that's where the whole side of content creation has come in, where you are you're providing the service online, and mainly just kind of sharing your hobby, sharing what you love to do. And that's what I always encourage people when they're asking about Twitch is, they're like, well, I don't want to, I have nothing to do on Twitch. I'm like, well, what do you love to do? Well, I like to bake. Well, then bake. I love space, so I will space on Twitch. So it's kind of in that realm of content creation, is you're sharing what you love. And those are what's going to draw people in. That is what's going to give people incentive to start building a community and just sharing some fun events, sharing some fun times on the platform. So just a show of hands, how many are familiar with Twitch? Obviously, they do the live streams over here, so you've kind of you've helped foster that information for what Twitch is. So I'd always wondered before, is like, because would I want to do more stuff on YouTube? that kind of involves doing a lot of editing and doing some prep work and doing a lot of filming. And I like the live aspect of Twitch, where I will sit down, it's live, it's dynamic, things happen, and once it's over, that's it. I don't do any editing. I love to edit, but I don't like to edit. So that's what I feel with Twitch. It can be dynamic. You are the producer, you are the sound engineer, you are the host, you are the everything. Like you do, there's so many hats to wear while doing a live stream. So I like just the live production side of it. So that's why I got into Twitch. So what is Twitch? I'll give you a short example of what happens on the stream. Oop, where's the audio? Where'd the audio go? There's the audio. Wait, let me mute my audio. Let me get rid of this audio.
It's really fun when you see this on Twitch and he gets that close to the camera.
Yeah. Okay. Well, see, here's the thing, the live stuff. I've muted my audio. I can still hear my audio out of there. That's fine. The other audio is going to overpower that anyway. Nothing. Yeah. Langor. Nothing goes as planned. If things went as planned, it would be a very dull event. All right. Let's give you a little example of what happens on my live stream.
Oh, hello. Hello. Are you mooning us? Yes, I am. The moon is wearing a thong right now. Let that sink in for a second. Behold! The moon. And now ads. Still coughing. That's the above. It's funny. There's a hole. That's a big one. I mean, oh my god. Oh my god. Look at that! Look at it! Holy sh! If we were on the moon, we would see that the Earth goes through the phases, just as the moon does for us. I see you've arrived in time for chaos. And touch water, 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 let's go water, water, water. You're a stud. You're a spud. Naughty little, aren't you? Mm-hmm. There we go. There's the yellow winky. Probably going to be the most expensive channel flip video.
Holy potatoes.
Oh, well, now I'm just a floating potato. Look, can I be a tiny potato? Again! She hates it. This is terrible. You know what? One is good. I should be doing this. No. How do I cancel? How do I cancel? How do I cancel? Is a banana a fruit sausage? Yes, it is. That was a happy little surprise right to the very end. Are we going to end up with extra pieces on here? Oops, sugar lumps. Okay, I broke something. Come on in. Let's relax with Lego. Let's have some fun. Let's start over all these pieces popping apart.
Okay, so still a few of you are still here. Good. All right. Excellent. So yeah, that's a little bit of what happens on the live stream, and I try to add in as many of effects and some fun stuff for people to kind of to interact with. That's the other big thing that allured me to Twitch was the live interaction. If you want to know how to remove dirt off the bottom of your favorite frying pan, if you want to know how to change the light bulb, if you want to know how to rewire a hot rod so that it sounds like a fart, then you go to YouTube. What I like about Twitch is the live interaction that you get, so you kind of never know what's going to happen. I will offer up a lot of fun things for people to do, and well, it can be a very fun, chaotic place sometimes. And like I said, for anything that happens live, you never know where it's going to go. And that's what I kind of really like about the aspect of live content creation for Twitch, and how it's kind of branched out from astronomy, but still I keep a lot of things space-based because that's what I love. It's what I love to be able to share, and where it has taken us. Giggles, thank you very much. And what we can do with the platform, it doesn't have to be, I don't have to just be in my office. What we have been able to do is go for some events. This is going back to October. I did a cross-country tour of the United States, where it started off from my home base in Toronto, Ontario, when going out to Texas for the annular solar eclipse. And in that little bit of the clip show was both eclipse events, and they were some incredible moments for the eclipse, for both of the eclipses, and to be able to continue the journey and going out toward Meteor Crater, stopping in Roswell, New Mexico, because Roswell, no more aliens, right? And also going to see some real science happening at the Very Large Array in Socorro, New Mexico, places that I'd seen in the movies, and with the possibility and the interest and the generosity from the community on Twitch, that we're able to do things like this and take things on the road, and even be able to come here and present to you guys out here who I've never had the opportunity to really have many groups to talk to. So that's always been fun. Other things for content creation, as we've seen with Kim, where certain things happen and then you have the result, where if there is any donations around $50 out to the UACNJ,
and guys, that's not a one-time donation. Like, this is crowdfunding, so it doesn't have to be one person donating $50.
It could be 50 people doing $1. Whatever you can spare, whatever can happen.
And on the bright side, we are a nonprofit, so all of those donations do go to upkeep, allowing us to better the presentations you guys get, repairing or refurbishing scopes and the roll-off sheds we house them in, and paying the bills, because let's face it, paying the bills is troublesome sometimes.
It's kind of important. And that's the same thing that happens on my channel. Is everything that comes in, anything, like I said, Twitch is totally free. And if people want to be generous with subscribing or cheering bits or doing direct donations, that's all icing on the cake for what we do. It allows us to do more. And same thing for the United Astronomy Club in New Jersey, that they are able to continue to do what they do. They can continue to do more, and everything that comes in goes right back out into the stream. Most of the time, it's going for astronomy equipment. It'll go toward building of acquiring Lego sets that we'll build live on stream. So it's kind of like a live review, and just the general upkeep of the equipment that's used to do live streams. And I will also, from time to time, do giveaways on the stream as well. So people join in. They can either win some gift certificates for astronomy shops, or for some Lego sets, or for some merch that I produce that's available it's available through the Twitch channel. Just different avenues that we can just generate some sort of funds that can help out with the overall presentation, with the upkeep, bills, hot sauces. Other things that we'll do is, well, I was gonna say deprecation. That's not gonna be the word. Torture isn't the word either, but that might be coming to mind tonight. But one thing that I did for a subscription goal on Twitch shortly before TwitchCon, and that is the convention for Twitch that gathers everybody together. You get everybody who streams on Twitch. You're invited to go to this event, and they will gather up and put into one single building the largest collection of introverts that don't talk to each other at all. But what we ended up doing on the channel was there are some goals, and one of the goals was for me to tattoo my head. So just before TwitchCon, just before their biggest event, I went and had henna applied to my head. And it stayed on there for a good week. And a lot of the suggestions came from the Twitch community. And that's what we ended up with, and that's what I wore on my head for about a week before it started to wear off, just from naturally being a sweaty, greasy dude. Also shaving the head, but a lot of people you see, like the henna art, will last for like a lot longer on like the arms, and maybe less the hands because you're washing your hands so much. But those are kind of things that we do on the channel. And for going to TwitchCon, you get to meet a lot of awesome people. A lot of people where it is just a screen name for the longest time, and you don't often get to see who is behind that screen name. Sometimes people are very guarded and they don't want to be known behind anything more than their screen name. So that's where you can kind of get a bunch of different content creators on Twitch where they will use animated avatars in place of their actual face, and that's totally fine. People get really creative with that. So, we get to meet a lot of awesome people. Got to meet people from NASA at TwitchCon. The henna artist, she was the one who did the henna, and that Karen Day. If you want to go follow her on Twitch, she does pyrography. So again, more people sharing what they love to do on Twitch. She'll do wood burning art. We have other members who will do who run their own little Lego shops. Those who do astrobiology, those who are starting to get into Lego. There was a complete panel of scientists at Twitch. So just kind of illustrating that there is more to the platform than just that popular notion of gaming. That people on Twitch are, there's nothing wrong with playing some video games. That's always fun. But when you can go onto a platform and you can ask the questions, you can engage with somebody who is an expert in their field, somebody who is kind of you're learning alongside them, which is kind of a lot of what I do. I started independently studying astronomy about 5 years ago. So when people ask me questions I don't know the answer to, I almost like that a little more than just being able to reiterate what I've already learned, because it gives me an opportunity to expand my knowledge base and to help deliver a better product, help deliver a different experience. Because there has been a growing number of astronomy streams on Twitch. I'm not saying that I was definitely not a pioneer for science on Twitch, but I am I'm very, very happy to be a part of the science and technology um, streaming team on Twitch, and just being able to share what we love to do and continue to be able to do this and talk with everybody, and even expanding the conversation beyond just the live stream, because there could be things that come up. We have our own community messaging board that people can leave messages on. A lot of people like to share their images for doing astro imaging, and even what kind of Lego sets they're building. And that's another thing I like, because the periphery, the side project for Cloudy Nights was fine. I didn't know, this is going back about 3.5 years now, that people would build Lego on Twitch. I had the idea. I got the International Space Station, and it was one Sunday afternoon, and I figured, okay, it's a small set. It's about 800 and some odd pieces for the International Space Station. Looks pretty cool for its size. I figured a couple hours. We'll build it, we'll talk about it, and we'll have some fun, spend a couple hours building a Lego set. 11 and a half hours later, I was still building that set. Because so many things can happen. You can get pulled away from the main project and start talking about something else, and also just sitting there rambling on, holding two pieces, waiting for them to click together, and they're just still sitting there like 30 minutes later because you've been talking about why this brand of macaroni and cheese is better than this brand of macaroni and cheese, because somebody said I had macaroni and cheese for dinner. I love macaroni and cheese. These are the things that happen on Twitch. I love it. And I probably wouldn't have it any other way. It is a wonderful place to join in. It is a great group of people who form the community, and the fact that we get to meet so many interesting people at varying points in their lives, varying points in their live streaming careers. And again, sometimes it doesn't turn into a career. Some people make a full-time gig of this. I haven't. I chose not to, although it kind of feels like a full-time career sometimes. But like I said, 9 to 5, I'm a graphic designer. So this is a lot of stuff that I do at night. And whenever we do have clear skies in Southern Ontario, I will do what I can to share the night sky with you. And I also realize it's clear tonight, and I only brought my laptop. I didn't bring a telescope. So what do you guys got over there?
We have an astrophysics. We have a cave telescope.
Ooh.
It's like Cave Astrola. Let me go to the website where I can look this up, because I don't normally deal with the technical side of things. That's Red Dog's job. But he's fixing the donation thing, or attempting.
Well, these things happen. See, that's the joys of live streaming. You just kind of never know in which direction things will end up. So, but I do enjoy what we can do here, and whenever we can help bring more people in to enjoy the wonders of outer space, where you build a community, you build a wonderful community and a group of people that you don't want anybody to be afraid to ask a question. And that's why I always want to be able to encourage is on the stream, ask the question. Because if you ask that question, there may be 5 or 6 other people that have the same question. We're too afraid to ask, too nervous to ask, and suddenly now you're their hero. You get to be the champion for that question, and you help other people learn. Always encourage people to ask questions. Any questions?
You're going to have to raise your hand if you have questions and come to the mic. Oh, okay. I'll get you first because you're on the outside. Oh,
So, how far do you have to travel to get to your dark site to do observing at night up in Ontario?
If I'm doing any, I can probably travel like maybe about 45 minutes to an hour outside of Toronto. I can get to like a Bortle 4, although it's starting to creep up to like a 5, which just like the urban sprawl. But my backyard, like I said, I'm in a Bortle 8, so what I'm using is a lot of narrowband filters, so we can cut out a lot of the light pollution. And what I'll also do is when we're imaging is I'll illustrate what does the sky look like if we have no filter. What if you use just cutting out a little bit of light pollution? What if you use like the totally wrong filter and then you don't get really much of an image? So that's what I like to be able to do is if we can get out to a dark sky, that's amazing. I've gone out to, I think the closest, the darkest I've been is like a Bortle 3, almost a 2. And that was pretty amazing, just being able to look up at the like an entire wall of stars. So just being able to not have to go too far, but I've traveled thousands of kilometers to get somewhere for a specific event.
Besides a mobile phone, what one piece of equipment for shooting or filming the skies, say from Jenny Jump, what would you recommend?
In terms of recording or just
for photography.
for photography? If you have even if like your DSLR, if you have just a point and shoot camera, as long as you have a timer, if you can use like a little switch to trigger the camera, put it on a tripod, having just as wide of a field of a view that you can get with the lens
$10 from Karen.
will that'll help you just take a wide field of view. Like I said, mobile phones, if you have like, I know the Google Pixel phones have like the astrophotography mode, will do like a little bit of a live stack, which is kind of cool. Or some phones will do like a 30-second exposure. As long as you can have something have the phone propped up, that'll work. But if you have your just your point and shoot camera, as wide of a field as you can go, sturdy of a tripod, and you can maybe get like 10 to 30-second exposure if you're lucky, depending on your focal length.
Karen, thank you for the $10 donation. I dread the upcoming goal.
So a lot of what I do, like I said, everything that comes into the stream will go back out, and it's always greatly appreciated. It's one of those ideas where I'm happy to spend my time and ramble on about astronomy as often as possible. Like I said, I've been independently studying astronomy, and just trying to find out as many reliable sources. I got a bunch of I'll use textbooks to try at least relay as much information as possible to everybody.
Do you believe in aliens?
Excellent question. Excellent question. At one point, I was all for the aliens. Question is, where are they?
Hiding from you.
It's one of those things where we can't say there are, we can't say there aren't, but extraordinary claims are going to require extraordinary evidence. We are very, very tiny, even in the solar system. We don't give off a lot of information. We will be a little stronger in the infrared. We'll give off more radio waves than other rocky planets, but until we see anything of undeniable proof, we got to lean towards not quite yet. I can see a hand waving.
Oh, hold on. Sorry, I'm trying to run back and forth with chat because unfortunately there were many technical difficulties today. So nothing's going to plan. So
What's the coolest thing you've seen on a telescope?
Ooh. Oh, what is the coolest thing? We've seen a few things. We've seen airplanes flying by just the other day, and I'm really, really bummed out I didn't actually get to record this. When I was getting prepared for the eclipse, I had an airplane fly right in front of the sun, and just to kind of see the trails from the engines from the plane just kind of making the sun a little wibbly wobbly in a couple places. That was awesome. And it was one of those things I wish I was recording it, but we've also captured the International Space Station completely by accident, where we had a very small field of view for taking a picture, and once the picture was finished, there was this gigantic streak across the middle. And it was just at a time when there was a fresh launch of Starlink satellites. So we're like, Elon! And turns out we went back. Somebody messaged me on Discord, and he says, I'm pretty sure that's the International Space Station. That's happened to me before. So another program that I will use is not Sky Safari. Oh my gosh. Brain fart. What's the name of the program that I use? Stellarium.
I was about to say which one. You use a couple.
Stellarium.
So we have reached the $150 goal, which is the Mercury Chipotle sauce of 3,000 Scoville units.
Yes.
So we did have to switch to PayPal, and because I don't want to dox anyone, I think that's the correct word, and use your real names, I want to thank the people who sent in a $20 donation and a $30 donation, so we're now up to $160.
Awesome.
So, yay.
Yay.
I get to
Which
prepare
one is
another
this?
one. The Mercury, which is Chipotle.
Oh, I hate Chipotle. I'll join you on this one.
Notice he said he hates it, and it's the first one he's jumped for.
So along, oh, I'll hold that. Okay, you're a pro. A long, long time ago. Let me give you the backstory on where the spicy things have come from. I had a package of peanuts, and there were some that were like a little spicy. Some were like dill pickle. Some were ketchup. And then one of them was a ghost pepper. Oh, yes. One of them was a ghost pepper. And for a small donation on the stream, I would eat the ghost pepper peanut.
I think I accidentally poured like half the bottle on this.
Well, then I'll have to purposely pour the whole half the bottle on this. So I had the ghost pepper peanuts, and hilariously gave me the hiccups. So we did more, and we started trying more hot sauces, different hot sauces. How you doing? Well, I guess I may as well do this too. We would try different hot sauces, and it just kind of, here's where everything just kind of runs away. Sometimes the community latches on to something, and it becomes an unstoppable juggernaut, to the point where I have had Carolina Reaper peppers and scorpion peppers mixed in with maple syrup and so many other wonderful things that just really hurt my face. And how is your face doing? it has a scent. Chipotle is I don't like chipotle.
It is a strong flavor. Oh,
It's a strong. Uh-oh. Okay, whoever does it next speak, it might get spicy. You have to wash your microphone a bit.
we have new little foamy bits.
Oh, good. Because mine is delicious now.
Okay, someone had a question on online chat about New York Raider fan asks, "What is your view on the $500 smart telescopes like the Sea-Star S50 and the Dwarf 2?"
Ooh,
I think they're new this
those are
year.
new. That's awesome. Awesome question. So, astronomy can be as difficult or as easy as you can make it. It can be pointing your phone, astrophotography can be simple as pointing your phone up to the sky, taking a wide field view, holding up to an eyepiece of a telescope, taking a picture, connecting a camera, connecting your DSLR to a telescope, taking a picture. The things that kind of come along with that is what accessories do I need? You need the telescope, you need your controller, you need to have an adapter, you need to make sure that your backspacing is correct sometimes, or else you can't even get into focus. What has kind of started coming out now is the all-in-one smart telescopes that basically you can plunk it down on the ground, power it on, turn on your app, it knows where it is, it can point to your target, and you're off to the races in your imaging. And it's your electronic assisted astronomy. It will take your pictures, it will do the live stacking, and you can start to see the Orion Nebula. You can start to see the Andromeda Galaxy. All those images will start to build up, and you get that earlier satisfaction of being able to look at outer space and see a lot of dim objects that you don't get to see with visual astronomy. Now, I will sometimes take the mickey out of visual astronomy because it's not astrophotography. But if you're still enjoying astronomy, you're still enjoying astronomy. What the little smart telescopes are going to do is allow you to have that quicker experience where maybe you don't want to go outside and set up a 150-pound rig and make sure that all your connections are proper, and why isn't this working? How come this working? Oh, there's the other cable over there. Oh, I left the other cable's at home. Pack it all up, go home. But the all-in-ones, most of them are going to be battery-powered, connected to your phone, and you're enjoying the night sky.
Or
And
be like me and leave your streaming rig at NEAF.
there you go. You can leave it at the Astronomy Expo.
And then have to use the backup computer, which dies if you unplug it.
Mine will too. If this gets unplugged, that's it. The battery in there is for decoration only. And there's all the different budgets for the smart telescopes as well. Like right now, ZWO, they have the Sea-Star 50, and that sits around, what's the American price? 400 and something, 400-ish. And that's
$4.99.
$4.99. Still perfect. You get the camera, you get the controller, you get the filters. Like, you get so much all in one, and you're good to go. So I think they're fantastic.
All right, we have another question out here.
What's the best photo you've taken, and how long did it take you to take it?
Best photo. You know what? I'm gonna go with. I think it might be no. I don't know if it's on the slide.
I want to give him a chance to answer that question before we get the next one.
No, Sugar Lumpsy Weasel is not. There is an image on my Instagram of the Rosette Nebula, and I spent 30 minutes, and it turned out to be one of the best images because it was with a new camera, it was with a new filter, and I was able to cut out so much light pollution. And it's one of those things where different budgets are going to net different results for astrophotography. And to illustrate what you can do in 30 minutes, even I was very shocked with what turned out. To the fact that I'm not sure I even did it, but it happened.
What made you like buy your first telescope, and what like got you interested in space?
So my first telescope was part of a birthday gift because I had previously gone out to a star party, and this is back in England, and just looked through a whole bunch of different telescopes, and I think I spent probably the better part of like six months or more trying to decide what's going to be the best telescope, and that's not an easy it's not an easy question to answer. What is going to be the best telescope? But yeah, the first it was, how long ago was this? About 5 years ago now was when I got my first telescope, and it was a Celestron Nexstar. No, Celestron is the one that is the gosh, I don't even remember the name of it. It was one of those star locating telescopes, just the alt as up and down, left and right, and it got me some great shots of the moon. I was able to see the Orion Nebula, but from there I knew I wanted to do more, and it quickly spiraled into this. But yeah, it's one of those things you kind of everybody's gonna have a different journey for getting their first telescope, and sometimes people can get discouraged as well, which can be a really difficult thing if you get like the wrong telescope.
I thought I saw another waving hand over here, and then I lost track of you in the dark.
That's okay.
Ah, we forgot our question, which happens to me all the time, which is why I'm like, keep your hand up and wait, because otherwise I, like I said, lose track.
Is your Instagram handle the same as your Twitch?
Yes, AstroCanuck. There, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook is the AstroCanuck because somebody has AstroCanuck and they parked it and it's doing nothing, and Facebook won't give it to me, so we'll have to write them a stern letter. It's what we do as Canadians.
Yes, give them a stern talking to and show them who's boss.
Tony Danza.
I need to go.
You need to go check. Yeah.
Hi. Like I said, tonight's been a wonderful compilation of technical difficulties. I need to check with Red Dog about donations that have gone through its method I can't see. So
Well, fair enough.
you can continue talking. If people have questions, I'm going to leave this microphone with Tom, and if the green light's on, you can hear people can hear you,
Or if you just want to shout, that's totally fine.
and then you have to just repeat their question. Okay,
That's okay.
that might be easier.
That works out well. But so a lot of stuff has to go on behind the scenes with getting prepared for a Twitch stream. We're getting prepared even with for any kind of stream because it isn't just going to happen. There isn't any one-click solution to kind of get onto streaming. Some platforms will give you a great deal of tools, but I will try to do as much as I can to be as offer a customized look to everything that we do. Trying not to have a lot of the same assets that a lot of people use. Offer up a unique experience.
Yeah, we got a $20 donation from a Michael. So thank you. We are now at 180. The next hot sauce goal is 200. The one after that is 250, and the one after that is 300. And the next one is Venus, which is the Louisiana style at 7,000 Scoville units. And it only gets worse from there.
What was that number? What was that?
We're at $20 from the next goal.
Right.
I have to keep a
the next
manual.
goal is at what?
So we beat Mercury,
Yeah.
which was 150.
Yeah.
So 200 and 250 and 300 are the next three goals.
Alrighty. Okay then.
Sorry. Like I said, this has been an interesting stream. Normally, we have the PowerPoint and all the questions following. I thought I saw another question online. How are you enjoying New Jersey?
How am I enjoying New Jersey? So far so good. I mean, I kind of been peeking out around the trees, trying to see some interesting features, but it's good. It's been uneventful, and I like uneventful. It is very good. Yeah. By the way, you have another donation.
Hey, Red Dog, do you want to tell me what that terrifying donation message was? Apparently, it hasn't showed up.
Okay.
But yeah, you can keep going with your presentation.
Well, I mean, we wrapped a lot of the things up. We did kind of get to the natural stopping point of things, but I do appreciate everybody joining in, as always.
Yeah, I don't know how tethered you are to your computer for streaming.
Not really. I'm tethered by this thing. Can I move this?
You can.
So
Okay.
You just had a $50 donation from an anonymous.
An anonymous. I like anonymity.
Oh, I
Yep.
see a question out there. I don't want to trip over the wires.
What's your biggest telescope and your smallest telescope? And does like bigger the better like relate to these?
My biggest telescope is 8-inch diameter, and that has a focal length of 1.6 meters. That'll allow me to get close-up views to the moon. Now the problem with that telescope is it can sometimes fall out of alignment, and you got to adjust the mirrors. That can be a really big pain. Smallest telescope I have is a 72 millimeter refractor. That's just
20 on
using
top of that from, David.
that's just using lenses, and it is very, very low maintenance. And I almost like that more than the bigger telescope because it depends on what the goals are going to be. The big telescope stays at home. The little telescope will travel. So if you're going to be traveling, keep a small telescope. So sometimes the aperture, the bigger your telescope is going to be, the more light it can collect, the more information you can gather up. But again, sometimes the best telescope is just the one you're going to use most frequently.
And that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get the bigger one. Right now, I have another factor is, are you willing to go set it up and take it out? Which is why I have a small tabletop, what would be equivalent to a Celestron first scope, and I also have a Celestron 8-inch Dobsonian, which is basically you plop it down and then you point it at something and you look through. You can't get much simpler than that, and that is my type of telescope. So you don't have to get the really fancy computerized ones unless you really want to start doing some deep space objects, or like he does the astrophotography.
Thank you.
All
very
right,
much
so
for joining
thank
in.
you. Hot sauce is still killing me. If any of you need the bathroom, it is the porta potty with the red light on it. We have the gift shop and museum area. I'm still dying. And we did hit the next two donation goals of a $50 anonymous donation, which brought us to $230, and a $20 behind that, which now brought us to $250. So I get to have two more hot sauces.
Awesome. Awesome.
We are now like halfway through the hot sauces.
Oh my gosh. That is. Which hot sauces is it now?
We have 8, which is Venus at the Louisiana style. Oh no. I just got told I'm having a bad day. I was already having a bad day. Oh no. RC Maniac?
Let's go!
Oh no.
Oh my god!
Oh no. Chris, can you figure out what hot sauce level that is?
What's going on, RC?
I don't think that's all of them. Cause the full goal goes up to 1,000. So that I know that for a fact that doesn't go up to all of them.
Then you need to math that.
Oh my.
Well, what was the?
RC. Oh my.
That was
goodness.
$420. Oh gosh, thank you so much, guys.
Oh, you guys are.
So we're now at $670. Which we now have. I now have to do the Red Giant, the Sun, which is original hot, Red Giant, which is Chipotle Ghost, Supernova, which is Mango Ghost for the 350 goal, 400 goal of Black Hole, which is the Blackberry Ghost, the 500 goal, which is Eye of Ra with the Horseradish Scorpion, and we're getting up to 20,000 Scoville units. Yeah, and then we're at $670 right now. So the next goal we've completed is the Ghost. I'm gonna butcher this word. Amaterasu, which is the Insane Maruga at 25,000 Scoville units.
You're saying that's right.
So the
That's
only
right.
2 goals left are the $750 goal, which is Sun Reaper, which is the Insane Carolina Reaper at 50,000 Scoville units, and the $1,000 goal of all of the above sauces on a single chicken nugget, which is kind of just all the sauce that's fallen into the bottom of the bowl, because I have not been good about a little bit. My nose is kind of running from the hot sauce I've already done.
Awesome.
I'm gonna come back over here where I have my paper. Can you figure out where to put that? That's not gonna kill you.
There you go.
Sorry, I didn't want to sneeze into the mic.
Oh my goodness. Well, you all are fantastic. You're all fantastic. I am. My goodness. This is a fantastic evening. I am thoroughly enjoying myself. I am having a blast. This is awesome. Oh. Do we need these microphones right now, or do we need these ones still, or? Oh, okay, that's all. That's good. We'll leave it at that then. We'll keep that on. I do want to be on. That's fine. That's fine. Hello, I'd like a chicken sandwich, large Sprite. Okay. Okay, there we go. Drive up, please. Nori, how we doing?
All right, now I have it on a stand.
So now you don't need to touch it.
No touching the microphone.
No touchy the microphone, no touchy the nose, no touchy the microphone, and you're good. And you go, which one is this?
I still haven't opened the Venus yet.
Oh. Now do you have that is Oh boy.
Chicken nugget in the bowl.
Chicken nugget in the bowl. And this is the which hot sauce do you have?
The Venus, the Louisiana style.
Oh, well, that was okay. That was not too bad.
Says you.
Okay, yeah, says me, but that's a different story. It's like it's a driving hot sauce. It's fine. You'll be okay. American Chris Hansen, how are we doing? How are we doing today? Well, I appreciate everybody joining in on the stream. On the stream. Pardon me. Get hiccups. Preemptive hiccups, supportive hiccups. That's what we'll do. Don't touch your eyes. Protect your meat cameras. Ohm's law.
They're a little bit less than ideal since the chicken nuggets are ice cold. Okay. Let's just power through this. The next one is the Sun at Original Hot Sauce.
Thunderfeet, welcome in. Welcome in. But glad everybody joining in tonight. For those of you who are new to the stream or who are hanging out for the first time, my name is Tom. I am the AstroCanuck. I am at the United Astronomy Club of New Jersey. I am here with Ariana Celestine that you see in chat. And she is having a great time tonight. She is having a fantastic time. And I am always grateful for all of the support that comes in on this channel. And I am stupendously grateful for all the support that has come in for the United Astronomy Club of New Jersey tonight. This is a fantastic evening. It's a little chilly out, but darn it if it ain't too spicy in here. Boy, oh boy. Boy, howdy.
Jesus.
Let's go. Hey, Annie, helping you right now. You'll be. It's okay. It only hurts until the pain goes away. You'll be all right. Think.
Unlike you, I don't have the redeems for nice things.
I don't think you've ever seen views be that animated with hot things.
Oh. There's probably hot sauce everywhere. She probably has hot sauce everywhere. I would just sanitize everything. Like, don't touch your eyes. Which one's this one?
The next one is Red Giant, the Chipotle Ghost.
Oh, if you have an extra nugget, I'll join in with you on this one.
No kidding, the pain stops when when it ceases hurting. Ugh. I got a whiff of it. I might have a little drink of a milk-based drink because I nearly touched my eyes.
Don't touch your eyes. Don't touch your eyes, but also yes, to get a drink. Oh, let me move this microphone out of the way. Oh, I'm sorry, it's on your microphone again. I'm bad at this.
We're just gonna
Burn it? Sounds like a plan.
change out the foamy bit there.
That was a Louisiana ghost.
No, that was a Chipotle ghost.
You know what? Maybe because it's cold out and I have no more feeling in my nose. That's pretty good. Oh, here comes the ghost.
I got peanut butter things, so I'm going to consume one of those.
Don't eat the mic. Okay. I will not eat the mic. I'm okay, thank you.
If I want to get through, I need to have the peanut butter. Because I didn't have dinner, so I'm eating this on an empty stomach.
Oh my goodness. I'm proud of you. I am proud of all that what you guys do up here. This is awesome. This is so good. I'm gonna peek out from the lights for a second. You survive.
Alcohol sanitizing wipe.
Maybe later.
You guys got a great sky up here. This is awesome. Yep, even with the moon.
The peanut butter has helped.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm a little. I'm this close to New York City. I'm just heading right back afterwards. So it just means I got to come back out this way eventually.
So the next hot sauce is the supernova, which is the mango ghost.
Oh, mango adds a nice cooling factor to things.
At 12,000 Scoville units.
Oh, you're screwed.
I find banana peppers hot, so this is something. Hey, Chris, can you...
Another 10 from, I think, Why Not Because?
Awesome. Awesome. Why not? Thank you very much.
In there, I have the chicken nuggets. Can you go heat up like 4 or 5 more? I miscounted my chicken nuggets.
I may have eaten a couple of the chicken nuggets, so you know.
I need more chicken nuggets. There's a
There you
little...
go. You got this. You got this for science. There we go. That little white paper that sticks on there.
It was preventing me from dying.
Well, that'll do it.
It tried its best.
Okay.
Anyone who's going to be at NEEF tomorrow, stop by and see if I've survived the night.
If you get there and it's just Chris, you know why. Wait, which one was that? That was the Mango Ghost?
Mm-hmm.
How many more hot sauces do you have after this?
Four. But the last goal, which is the final goal, which is 1,000, I just basically wipe up, do all the hot sauces on one chicken nugget. Because apparently I hate myself.
But you love astronomy. And, you know, it's great content. There it is. Content creation for the cosmos.
Yeah, I just did that one. There's a method to my madness, or a madness to my method.
This is madness. Mojo!
The next one is Black Hole which is Blackberry Ghost.
And you opened it to the internet to decide your action, so there we go. My gosh.
Yay, more chicken nuggets.
Warm nuggets and hot sauce.
Feel free to have these hot sauces.
Well, which one's the next? Which one did you just do? Where's your?
That was the blackberry.
Where's the blackberry?
Two more. Unless someone donated more. Something came up. Okay, I'll power through these real quick. Mm. Oh god. Blackberry, the taste on the front's good and then it burns. Apparently I need to go fast.
That's the end of it. Ooh, that one. Okay. Yep. Alrighty.
This one is Ivra, which is horseradish scorpion.
Still searching for like a hot sauce menthol blend.
Yeah.
But
Hot sauce menthol. Boy, oh boy.
because they both burn, but they both burn on completely different sides of the spectrum.
Yep. All right. Well,
Oh, that might be her tap out one anyway.
and that's fine. You know what? It's an awesome thing that you guys have done up here, and I appreciate everybody joining in. I will. Let's see what we got going on here.
Do check us out on our website, uacnj.org. I can't do anymore.
I haven't seen any more donations coming after.
So, you guys have a great night. Thank you for all the donations. I'm gonna go lay down now. I don't feel good. I don't do hot and spicy, so thank you all for joining us.
Thank you all very much. This has been awesome.
Sorry I couldn't have that last one. My stomach said no. And some wild animal is going to have that half-chewed chicken nugget.
Well,
I'd also regret it.
soon. So you know what's gonna happen in a couple of days? You'll be like, I want something spicy.
No,
Yes.
no.
Yes, the spice is gonna let the spice flow. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. All right.
All
We are
right.
gonna-
Until next time, do check us out on Eve. Hit those like and subscribe buttons. We love you. I think, or I hate you. I don't know. One of those. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.